for Creating Critical Incident Review Team. Third reading of the bill.
Question is on passage of the bill. Senator from Marshall.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, the purpose of this bill is to create a critical incident review process in the Department of Human Services to review the death or near death of a child in the custody of the Department of Human Services, the death or near death of a child who is a member of a family known or with a prior history with the Department of Human Services. Known is defined as an open case with CPS or youth services in the last 12 months, or whom a CPS youth services or contracted vendor has assessed in the last 12 months. Deaths or near deaths of a child whose identity is brought to the attention of the Department of Human Services through a centralized intake report, regardless of whether the report was accepted from the investigation or shall not be reviewed. The bill sets forth the members of the committee, which include members of the Department of Human Services, the Foster Care Ombudsman, and a member of the West Virginia Supreme Court Division of Child Services. Mr. President, I urge passage.
Question is on passage of the bill. Is there discussion? Senator from Cabell.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, let me thank the Health Chair for moving this bill forward. Very important bill. Over the last 10 years, we've all seen and been almost brought to tears by children that have been killed, that have died in foster care, and circumstances where the state and its agencies were aware that there were horrible risks posed to the life of that child. So, as the Health Chair put it, this is creating the Critical Incident Review Team. I think some important parts of the bill that need to be emphasized are that this is not really punitive in nature, not intended to be punitive toward the department. We all know that, and I think this was your leadership, Mr. President, and probably the Finance Chair, we broke the DHHR up into the three subparts, and based on my dealings with the current DHS staff, administrative staff, high-level staff, I believe we're going to see a new day in terms of how accountability is had within that agency. Whenever there is a child who dies or is in a near-death situation, what this bill does, it assembles this review team that will assess what happened, and at the end of the day, they will report each year on December 1st to the Senate and to the House what they found. And in short, this bill and what will happen as a result of it will, in fact, save lives of our most vulnerable citizens, and I urge passage. Thank you, Mr. President.
Is there further discussion? If not, the question before the Senate is, shall the bill pass? All those in favor vote yea. Those opposed vote nay. The clerk shall prepare the machine. Has every member voted? Has every member voted? If so, the clerk close the machine. Ascertain the results on this question. 33 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absent and not voting. More than a majority of those present and voting having voted in the affirmative, I declare the bill passed. The clerk will communicate the action of the Senate to the House.